All right, welcome to the March edition of the Solution for Success education series. Today's topic is on Microsoft Outlook 365 tips and tricks. Again, we've been using the tool for many years, and it's always there's these great things to make your life easier. So I put up about 10 of this the tips that I find it useful, and I use it frequently, and I hope you will find it beneficial too. For today's call, as I mentioned, this being recorded and will be on our YouTube channel this afternoon. If you have any question, please post it on the chat, and my colleague Khadija will go through them and let me know if there is any question I need to answer. If anything comes up later, you always can contact us. So we're going to go through the presentation. Here we go. So again, our agenda, as I mentioned, is about the top 10 tips and tricks. Just going to tell you about who is Point Alliance and also touch on our upcoming webinars. For those of you that are familiar with the Point Alliance, we are Microsoft Gold partner with 10 competency based off Toronto, Canada. Our team is 100% Microsoft certified, so we pride ourselves on that. You can find additional information on Point Alliance by visiting pointalliance.com/company profile. So let's get this started, and I hope you enjoy today's session. So one of the things that I get all the time that people want to book the meeting with me and kind of say, okay, when is that available? So in the old days, what we used to do, we used to go to the calendar, back and forth, copy and paste the date and time, and so on, and we're trying to kind of pass that information. So with Outlook, it is very easy right now. Inside your email, all you have to go to insert, you go to calendar, and from there you select the period you want to share. So again, I can see on the screenshot, because I have a bunch of stuff, I'm not going to go back and forth to the Outlook. I don't want to get you all dizzy here with the change of those things. But again, I made a good screenshot to make it easy. So you go to insert, select calendar, select your time, could be today, tomorrow, next 7 days. That's my favorite one. And also, you can put a date range to second from this and that. One thing you need to kind of know, there is no confidential information going to go through. All it does say, from 9 to 5 or whatever your working hours are, what are the busy time, what are the available time. So I think it's great, and you can do it in a matter of the seconds instead of spending minutes to go back and forth. By the way, once we're also going to post this PowerPoint on our website under events. You see there's a small arrow on the bottom left corner of the screen that will take you actually to the full documentation of how any of this thing works. So you don't have to take any notes, anything like that. You will have access to the video and also to these links on the side of on the bottom left will point you there. All right. Next one, again, on the same topic, on the mobile devices. You can also do the same thing with the ease. So on the mobile devices, you start the email, you click on the calendar icon right in the middle of the Outlook app, you select send availability, you go to your date, check the dates that you want, and boom, you can say within a second, you can do that on the mobile device. And again, mobile device is even more difficult than a desktop to find the free time to share. So again, very easy, is a great future. The other thing that number 2 on my list is that, and again, there are not any particular orders, by the way. They're not the most important or less important, but they're all equally great features, is my templates. Again, this is built in the Outlook. There are certain emails that I send all the time, and I find myself in going to find those emails and trying to write it again or copy and paste it. You can do on templates. So on top of your Outlook client, you see an icon says new template, view templates. You go through the list and you can add that, remove it, edit it, and so on. So that's become a great repository of the content that you need to reuse in the future. The great thing about the templates also works on the web too. So the same template that you have on the Outlook client also will be available on the website, on the OA, on the Outlook Web Access. So again, another great feature that it is available there for you to use. Next, we're gonna jump into the add mention. I don't know if any of you have used this feature. This is great to get people's attention. You know, sometimes the email goes, maybe you're copied on it. You're not sure if there's any task there that you need to do or just is for your information, those things. So to get people attention, you can just start in the body of the email, put an add symbol, and start typing a name. So two things happen here. First of all, when they receive an email, they notice on the inbox that the name was mentioned. So that's one thing for them to go there. The other thing is that as you type in that add symbol with the name, as soon as you do that, the name get added to the to field of that email. So you don't have to even do it twice as you're trying to have the email and assign tasks to different team members, or you want to recognize someone or get their attention, you can do that. This, by the way, works in the Outlook, on the web, on the client, on your mobile device, and also this use works in Teams too. So in a team, in the channels, when you have in a chat and you want to kind of get somebody's attention, you can do that and with a name. So great feature to have there. Next on my list is a meeting pool. And again, this is another favorite thing that people need and use all the time. And there's lots of out of the Microsoft platform tools out there. If people have used Doodle, basically what it does, you create an email, and you send it to you select who you're going to send it to. Then you click on a new pool and you select the dates that is good for you. Again, when you go select the dates is good for you, if the people they're inviting, they're internal, you will even see if they're available at that time or not. For external one, of course you won't, but that's really make it very easy to kind of to come up with the date that works for everybody and make it as fast as possible. So basically you go there, you select 4 dates, and also you have an option. Once everybody has voted, the meeting get booked based off the highest vote for the certain time that people chosen. So again, you don't have to think about it. You select a bunch of dates, you keep those one in your calendar so they don't get booked. Once the poll is completed, it will remove the one that wasn't needed and just book the one. And they use, and this also works for the Teams meeting, just not like a normal meetings. So it will send a meeting to them with a link to the team meeting and everything. So again, another great feature that is built into the Microsoft. By the way, if any of this thing you don't see, you can just, these are some of them are add-ons are available to you, might not be visible on your ribbon bar, but it is all there as part of the Microsoft solution. So if they're not there, yeah, you can find it. Again, as I mentioned, there is a link on the bottom left of each of these slides that you can refer to if you're not sure about any of these function or features. The next on my list is view messages by conversation. Again, Microsoft has enabled this feature by default, but if in case you don't have it and you've been using Outlook for a while, this is a great feature to enable. So basically what it does is really clutter your inbox. Let's just say you send an email to your team members and ask them about the opinion, went to 5 people, responding back and forth. In the old way of the inbox, let's just say this goes back and forth, you could have a dozen of so email entries that you see that is in your inbox. And it's just when you look at it, so, oh my God, I need to deal with all this thing and the order you go through. Once the view conversation is on, they all bunch together and they put in the proper order of the receive. So when you look at them, you never look at them out of sync at a different order. And also your inbox is more tidier and more organized. So again, great feature to turn on. This is not all or none. You can enable it for certain folders and you can disable it for certain folders. So again, you have a choice of that. So when you select them, they will ask you all mailboxes, all folders, or just this folder. And so another great feature that I would definitely recommend that you kind of have a look at it and see if it would benefit you. The other thing with Outlook is the keyboard shortcuts. I use this all the time. Like a Control Shift N to create a M to create a new message, create a contact, and there's a full list of them that I have a link there for you as well. And again, with the larger monitor and with the mouse, so you can realize that the mouse movement is so much up and down, and really in a long day, put a strain on your wrist, and might not feel a lot, but it is because all the creation in the top left corner, and you need to move the mouse. So sometimes using a keyboard is so much faster and more efficient to do things. Like you want to file a message, you select a message, Control the Shift V. That will open the folder that's okay. What folder you want to shift it? Again, there's a tons of these shortcuts that will make your life easy, and I recommend you visit them and find out which one is best suit you. All right. The next option is focused inbox, and that's our number 7 here. So focused inbox is for people that, of course, they're using the Outlook on the cloud, or they had a personal Outlook accounts. They're familiar with that. Basically, what it does, it will decide based off the nature of the mail, what emails are important to you and what are not definitely as same is important, and we'll keep it in a focus and other. And then you also need to work with this. So all the emails from your organization always end up in a focus. If you subscribe to LinkedIn messages or some other bulletins, those things will show up in other. Again, not that they're not important, but the focus is the what you want to take care of those things. And the other is the stuff that when you have a little bit of free time, that's something you want to kind of touch on and review those things. Again, if you turn it off and on, it's just a click of the button. You can go under menu, under view, and click on the show focus inbox. I think it's a great feature. If the email that shows up in the focus and you say that wasn't important to me, all you have to do is just right click on it and it say move it to the other. Vice versa, if you get a message that shows in the other folder and it says, no, this is important, I want to see it right away. If it does arrive, you click on it, you move it to the focus inbox. You also have another option to say always move it to focus or always move it to the other, or just that email only. So again, it's very flexible, and I would say you would need to give it a week. It's very smart, and the intelligence behind it. Once you start kind of massaging it a bit, you will find that it is pretty much accurate. And again, this feature is fantastic because it goes across your web and mobile as well. So that's important here, that having the same experience no matter what device you're using. And that's what important to Microsoft, and that's a new way of working. It doesn't matter what device or where you are, they want you to have the same experience. So again, I find it very beneficial, especially first thing in the morning, you open your inbox, you don't want to be shocked that you have 25 emails. And then when you go through them, realizing half of them was for informational thing that wasn't really important to you. So it really set the mood too when you start your day. Number 8 is sticky notes, and this is my another favorites. Sometimes you want to take a note, you want to write down something, and you just don't know where to kind of put those notes. Again, sticky notes is a part of the Microsoft families, is built into the Outlook. But the beauty of the sticky notes, if you're using it, is also you can use this one outside of the Outlook. And basically what you do is all you have to do is Control Shift N, a sticky notes comes up, and you can put your notes there. And all those things are stored on the Outlook client. So where uh, you have like a email, calendar, a task, and so on, and people, one of those icons on the bottom left of the Outlook clients is the notes. And again, as I mentioned, you can also install the sticky notes by itself on your desktop clients, and these will sync with each other because they're using the same account. And also sticky notes are available on your mobile devices too, which I like that a lot, because sometimes, for example, I create a new account for someone, or I need some information about a person, I just want to keep it there somewhere. But if I leave it on my computer, just in the somewhere there, then I won't have access to it on a mobile or the web. So this really kind of goes through and make it available in all platform. And again, if you need more information on this one, you can click on the link. It is a great feature. I definitely recommend you to use it. Just make life very easy. Talking about making things easy, next item on my list, number 9, is a quick steps. So quick steps is it's sets of action that you can program it and make it to kind of happen. Let's just say, for example, you receive certain emails and you're reading it. Now you need to file it. So if you fall into the folder and the subfolders, those things, it's not necessarily it's easy to do. You create a quick steps. You click on a message and click on where it need to happen to it. And again, there's lots of features built into it, so it's not just moving it to a folder. You can put different steps to it and just save you time that the stuff you do. Again, uh, it's a great feature built into Outlook and is available to you. Next item, number 10 on my list, and almost the last item, is a delayed delivery. This delayed delivery is becoming more and more important, and especially with the current culture, because the whole idea is that to create a work-life balance. And you might be working late, but you don't want to kind of bombard your team members or other people with the messages like at 8 at night or 9, 10, whatever it is. So delay delivery is fantastic feature, because if I need to work late, but I want to have certain emails to go first in the morning, again, because I'm not a morning person, I can line them up all there and put it as a delay delivery. So basically you create your email, all you have to do. Then you go to the options on the top menu and click on delay delivery. And you can select when that message is going to go. So it can go in an hour, can go tomorrow at any time you select it. You want to go at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. or you want to go next week. So again, it is a great feature. One of the recent improvement that has been added to the delay delivery is that in the past, you had to kind of keep your Outlook client open. With a very recent release of the Outlook, and again, this needed to check with your version, that you don't have to have any Outlook open either. So you set a delayed delivery and will go out in the future time. And again, it's a great feature. So not to sending messages to people after hours to make them feel obligated that they need to look at it, or maybe something is time sensitive, right? You're making an announcement and you don't want it to go out and until certain time or a date. So that's why it's important that you can use this feature. I added a number 11 to my list because I find these quick start guides are amazing, and I'm sure you're going to find it beneficial. And this is not just on Outlook. You can find these quick start guides on all version of the Outlook, Microsoft Office versions. So again, on the link below, the nice thing about it, when you go to that page, also have a specific guides for the Mac, web, mobile, desktop, so you can really get a specific start guide and or cheat sheets, they call them, some of them, to find what's the best way to find things or where they're located, and you can share that. Again, it's a PDF documents. They're easy to share. You can download it for all your team members and send them a link to it. So it is a great feature. That said, that brings us to the end of our session. I know we are in March break, and the people, we do not have a large audience as the previous weeks, but again, the previous months, but we will post this one online and have you feel free to share it with your teammate and colleagues. We have a great line of the events are coming up. On the April 19th, we have a DocuSign Microsoft SharePoint integration. In May, we have Adobe Acrobat Microsoft 365 integration, and these are great webinars. And in June, leveraging SharePoint lookbook templates. And again, it is great sets of the templates that the Microsoft provide freely to all their customers. So that's definitely you want to join us for those events as well. The last thing, if you did enjoy today's webinar, please leave us a review. You can just scan the QR code that take you right to the Google review, and we'd be happy to hear from you. Again, I hope you did enjoy today's session. We look forward to see you next month. And that's it. I don't see any question here for today, and that will conclude our webinar for today. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.